Thank you. Okay. One more for the Here, and also for the TV. Him or not? I guess they're still picking those advanced business. It's small and medium size.
I got a request from the media.
企後邊係咪影相啦嚇？
Tony Look, he is the president for the Advanced Business Club. And we also have Samuel Look, he is the judging panel. And then later on, Dominic, who is our MC, will tell us this year, maybe the judging panel do not need to do as much work as we normally have. And we are also thankful that today we have Albert Wong, Lieutenant Commander Albert Wong from the Ministry of National Defense with us today. And we also have Ron Kyle. He is the director of Global Fireground and from the Toronto Fire Services. We also have Bill Chen. He is the Chinese liaison officer from the Toronto Police Services. He is also our 2005 award recipient. We have Wayne Kalinsky. He is the superintendent for York Regional Police. He is representing our 2 award recipients from the York Regional Police. And we also have our Dominic John. He had 2 roles today. The first role that he had today, he is one of our award recipients from the 2005. He is Detective Sergeant Dominic John from the Ontario Provincial Police. And he's also our MC today. I'm really happy to have one of our class award recipients to be our MC as well today. And I'll pass the time now to Dominic. He will be leading us with the whole procession. Thank you.
I'm not sure if everybody knows Daisy. Daisy is the chair of the organizing committee for the 2007 Professional Tribute Award Gala to be taking place in December. I'll get this thing going quickly. My job is very easy. Basically, I'm going to introduce the speakers, and they will do most of the speaking, and I'll keep my speaking to a minimum. First of all, I'd like to introduce Mr. Tony Look, who is the president of the Advanced Business Club, which is the sponsoring organization for the 2007 Professional Excellence Tribute Award in honoring our Canadian forces this year. Mr. Luke is going to talk to you about the Advanced Business Club as well as the award and the selection of the honoree for this year. Mr. Luke.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you, Daisy. Daisy put a lot of work in organizing this event, and also as well as thank you for the honorable guests and panel, and also the directors of Advanced Business Club and Asian Association. Advanced Business Club every year will choose a profession to award them. In the past, we have last year we have firemen to choose to be at the category, and the year before we had policemen. Now we have 2 gentlemen here represent from the fire department and also the police force. And the year before we had the media as well as the medical staff. So, MS being very honored, this year we choose the soldiers or the Canadian Force to be the award winners. As everyone knows, our soldiers who protect us and who fought for us and keep the peace of the world. So this year we are honored to have them to be our award winners. And also we are honored to have Mr. Wong to be here today, and then from the Cannon Falls. And this year the gala will take place in this restaurant as we did before, and we expect that about 600 people attended, and we have 3 level governments represented from MP, MPP, councillor will attend this gala. As well as we have the dignitary from the Chinese consulate and other consulates to be attending. And so we are very honored and anxious looking forward to this event. So we encourage everyone to attend this gala and ask your friends to come to join the gala, as well as we honor the boss, Mr. Wong, and his colleague team today, and give us some talks and some briefing, about this event. So I'm looking forward, and I hope this event will go on and on, and then our Cannon Falls will be well recognized this Christmas. Thank you. So I will speak in Chinese. 各位傳媒朋友、各位嘉賓，咁多謝今日參加今日嗰個係我哋嗰個係記者招待會。咁首先好多謝 Daisy， 因為Daisy 咧就花好多時間係幫手協辦或者統籌呢個大會，因為呢個都唔係簡單咁樣。咁好多謝今日出席各位嘉賓。咁有即係陳 Sir 啦，陳友標啦，咁陸律師啦，黃生啦係軍部啦，咁就有係消防員啦，咁同埋咧就湯偉明啦，咁我哋以往得獎嘅嘉賓。咁研商學社咧係秉承以往嘅傳統咧，就係我哋每年咧都係選一個職業咧係表揚嘅。喺以往裏邊咧，我哋曾經係表揚過公安警察啦、消防員啦、係醫療人員啦，同埋傳媒嘅朋友嘅。咁今年嚟講咧，我哋選擇咧係表揚係軍人，加拿大軍人。呢個係包括係華裔嘅軍人。咁我點解揀呢個類別咧？就係因為咧，我哋知道咧，軍人嚟講咧喺保護家園、保護我哋國土，同埋咧係促進呢個世界和平咧，同埋維持世界和平咧，係扮演咗角色嘅。咁今次嚟講咧，我哋係選咗軍人作為嘅表揚目的，就係紀念同埋表揚佢哋喺以往喺即係用第一次世界大戰同第二次世界大戰，同埋最近喺阿富汗嘅即係維持任務嘅裏邊咧，係作出貢獻。另外佢哋加拿大軍人嚟講咧，即係加拿大軍人嚟講咧，喺以往嚟講咧，同埋現在咧，都為我哋家國犧牲。咁佢嗰種精神咧係值得表揚嘅。咁所以咧，我哋咧係希望咧藉住今次嗰個晚宴咧係表揚。咁我哋今次好多謝咧係我哋有軍方嘅公關部同埋軍方嘅係朋友咧係幫助去做呢件事。咁咧我哋係希望咧能夠係今次能夠喺晚宴裏邊咧係見到一啲係值得表揚軍人。另外最緊要咧，我希望都喺華裔裏邊咧都能夠有機會係即係華裔軍人，希望都有機會做表揚。現在我講國語，因為I speak Mandarin now because some of you orders speak Mandarin。各位嘉賓你們好很感謝你們今天抽時間過來，特別是全面朋友，其實他們很忙，來參加我們今次這個機械製作會。我們今年研商學社有個晚宴，在12月1號 December 1st， 這個紅湖社這個餐館舉行。今年晚宴的主題是表揚軍人，軍人在保護我們國家、保護我們世界和平方面 扮演一个很重要的角色。今年我们选军人，因为我们几年军人在竞争中牺牲，他们的精神是值得我们表扬的。我们今年选择军人，因为知道最近来说，在有些电视里面，他们牺牲了，他们是受伤了，他们的牺牲受伤都是维持世界的和平跟我们国家，所以我们特别纪念他们。另外，我们希望在表演之中，有些华裔的中国人的这个加拿大居民都能够希望能够报名参加。我们希望有机会都希望都能够表扬一些中国人的加拿大华裔居民。咁所以我们今天很高兴，我们有不同政府代表，我们有公安部的，我们有消防部的，我们有军方的，都希望他们一起来，我们是参加今年晚宴，一起来表扬。多谢今天大家参加这个记者会，谢谢。
Thank you, Tony, for sharing your kind words with us and giving us some background about the award. I was asked by Daisy, the organizer, to give some background about myself in terms of receiving the award back in 2005 and how it affected me. In 2005, I was given the award for professional excellence in policing for leadership. I think it's quite appropriate that this year we're honoring our Canadian Armed Forces in that our work, although very different, in some respects they're very similar. A lot of the work we do are behind the scene. Can be described as thankless jobs. We do a lot of things that people don't see from the day-to-day in the daily lives. So I found, from my experience anyway, for being honored with the Leadership Award, that it's very, very nice to be recognized for the work that we do. For the most part, the work that we do are behind the scene. Is not recognized. It's not being seen by the community at large on a daily basis. So I found it very rewarding and encouraging to be given the award and be recognized for the work we do. In terms of leadership, I said on that night it was kind of easy for me to speak to because of the team that I led at that point. Police work involves leadership at every level, and leading a team of very professional individuals, leadership really is a given. It really didn't take much on my part, so I think receiving that award was more a testament to the people I've worked with and my leadership abilities alone. So that was my thought on receiving the awards. I'm going to ask Ron Kyle, who's the recipient from last year, from Toronto Fire Department, to speak about his experience in terms of receiving his award and how it affected him on his daily lives.
Thank you, John. I'd like to thank God for His direction in my life, first of all. This award has brought the determination for me to continue to make a difference to the less fortunate people in this world. Acknowledgements and awards by clubs and organizations like yours show me that people also share my dreams and inspirations for my vision. This has empowered me to build on the foundation God has built within me. I think success is measured in many different ways. I like Ralph Waldo Emerson, how he describes success. And in the last part of it, it says, to know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, that is to have succeeded. I think I've succeeded. I know I've succeeded in many people's lives, but the task is yet to be completed. I would like to ask all of you to join me and others, ordinary people doing extraordinary things in the world. Thank you very much.
Next, if I can ask Bill Chan, who was also a recipient in 2005 for the Professional Excellence in Policing, to speak about his experience.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the order before me, Dominic and Carl, they all speak already. I would like to say, of course, as we as a police officer, different from the armed force, but we do a lot of it the same. But we serve the community every day, and we have the community support very important for us because we didn't say this is just a routine for our job, but we need the community support, and then we can build a better community, better society. And that's very, all support from you guys very appreciate how important for us. And of course, and we work every day, didn't say, oh, we are work for some award or trophy, but this our really support to us say we're doing the right thing. And I got appreciate from the community. And this is a very great honor this year for the force, the armed force, Canada Force. Yeah, they did all a good job, and they need to appreciate from us. That's what I want to say. Thanks.
Thank you, Bill. There are a number of past award recipients that couldn't join us today. However, they did send their regards. I'll just read off a couple of emails that they've sent forward. First one is from Shane Mintz. He's a firefighter from town of Markham. And his words are, I commend you and your selection committee for the recognition of the Canadian Armed Forces this year. These brave men and women work tirelessly to make the world a much safer place. Again, from another firefighter recipient from last year, Bill Snowball. It is most appropriate that you are recognizing the men and women of our Canadian Forces. After all, it is thanks to these people we enjoy our freedom and lifestyle each and every day. Also from a long-term service award recipient, Sergeant Bob Mules of Peel Regional Police. It was a very great honor for myself being asked and having my name put forward by then Chief of Police Noel Catney. What was especially gratifying was being with some of the police officers that I've mentored during my career. Thank you very much. This award means so much to me, and I can't tell you how very proud I am of the Chinese community for taking the initiative to recognizing the unsung members of our community at large. And in particular, I think very appropriately that your organization is honoring the Armed Forces of Canada. Thank you very much. Lastly, I'd like to ask Superintendent Wayne Kalinsky from York Regional Police Service to say a few words.
Thank you, Dominic. On behalf of Chief Armin Labarge and all men and women of York Regional Police, I bring you greetings. Chief Labarge and Superintendent Tony Cuzumano were recipients of the Professional Excellent Tribute Award in 2005. Unfortunately, both of them could not be here. Chief Labarge has volunteered his time to work at a mission in Jamaica where he is assisting in an orphanage, and Superintendent Cuzumano is also unavailable at this point in time. I'm proud to say that in 2005, the federal government claimed 2005 as the year of the veteran. I'm honored to say that in York Regional Police, every day is the year of the veteran. Having said that, we can think of no greater honor than to celebrate this year's award with the men and women, brave men and women of the Canadian Armed Forces. We salute those officers, men and women, who continue to risk their lives to provide freedom for us. I would like to honor the Canadian Armed Forces and the organizing committee for choosing the Canadian Armed Forces as recipients of the year for 2007. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Superintendent Kalinsky. Tony spoke briefly about the Advanced Business Club and the Professional Tribute Award. I'm just going to go through a little bit of history there. The award was formed in 2003 to recognize the medical profession. Since then, as Tony had mentioned, firefighters, police officers, and the media have all been honored. This year, the organizer has selected to honor the excellent work and dedication of the Canadian Armed Forces. Every day, the Canadian brave men and women put themselves at risk to protect Canadians locally and around the world. It is our pleasure to honor these outstanding commitment and dedication. There are many unsung heroes that we should acknowledge properly and openly. On that note, I would ask Lieutenant Commander Albert Wong to say a few words about the Canadian Armed Forces.
Thank you, Dominic. Mr. Luke, President, Daisy, and fellow members of this panel and recipients of awards from the Advanced Business Club, and ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of General Rick Hillier and 87,000 men and women of the Canadian Forces, let me thank you for this honor and this tribute to all of us for our work. And we received this award, and we look forward to the gala, to receiving this award with great pleasure and in sharing that award with all of you. Our job, as has been illustrated earlier by some of the speakers, is threefold. It's to protect Canada, it is to defend North America, and it's to contribute to international peace and security. There are currently 2,900 Canadian soldiers, sailors, airmen, and airwomen serving overseas. The majority of them are in Afghanistan, that we know, but we also have Canadian soldiers and sailors and airmen and airwomen in the Balkans, in the Caribbean, in the Middle East, and in Africa. Not only that, on this very day, there are about 10,000 Canadian service members who are currently serving in Canada, ready to respond to any emergency, ready to support our brothers in the police, fire, and emergency medical services, our brothers in arms, in uniform, and they too are also heroes. I would like to highlight one particular group. Last year alone, our search and rescue technicians conducted 8,000 missions in Canada. They, which is really a group of 94 people, saved 1,000 lives. So there are 1,000 men and women alive today because of the work of these 94 across the country. That's just a snippet of what some of the men and women in the Canadian Forces do. Let me also add this note, especially the fact that this award and this tribute is coming from the Chinese community and the Chinese business community. We stand here, I stand here, on the strength of my predecessors who had served with Canada in World War II. I refer to the Chinese men and Chinese women who joined the Canadian Armed Forces at that time and fought for Canada in World War II, stood shoulder to shoulder with the other men and women and other citizens of Canada. What was important about their contribution and their sacrifice was that it gave recognition to the Chinese community, and it was the path for the Chinese community to achieve citizenship for its people. The fact that we're able to be bankers, the fact that we're able to be financial advisors or lawyers or doctors today, that our children have access to wonderful universities and opportunities in Canada today, is because of these brave men and women. They served with Canadians, and I also would like to recall for you the war cemetery in Hong Kong, where Commonwealth soldiers, many of them Canadians, had died in the defense of Hong Kong. So, in recognizing us, I think it's also important that we recognize their services and their sacrifice. Thank you.
Thank you, Albert. The last person I'd like to introduce on the head table here at the panel is Mr. Samuel Look. He's going to be he's sitting on the judging panel. I should indicate as well, this year we're departing from what we've done in the past, in that we're not recognizing any one individuals or any particular individuals. Samuel is going to be working very closely with Lieutenant Governor or Commander Wong in designing a program that would showcase the heroic acts and the everyday challenges that our Canadian Armed Forces face throughout the world and in Canada. I should also mention that as in past years, donations continue to be made to Sitkins Foundation in appreciation for the dedication and service for the health and well-being of our next generation of children. That concludes this portion of the event. In conclusion, I would invite again media personnel and individuals that would like to speak to past winners, the organizing committees, as well as Lieutenant Commander Wong, to speak about the armed forces and about the experiences of our soldiers and our past winners as well. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Can you make it clear that there will be no individual from Canadian Force will be honored this time? Is that right? Or?
That's correct. In working with the organizers for this year's tribute, we felt that it was more important to recognize the Canadian Forces as a whole because of the overall contribution each member makes to the defense of Canada and to each of us. So rather than identifying one individual in particular, we thought it would be more appropriate to recognize the sacrifice and the services of the men and women of the Canadian Forces as a whole.
Just to make it clear, there will be individual acts or events that will be brought forward?
Yes.
Is that correct?
At the gala dinner, we will highlight some of our members and introduce them to the audience and to the club as to why they were invited to come, and we will explain what they have done. We have some individuals who have done some really incredible things, and we would of course want to share that. But thank you for that. Okay.
晚宴咧就為病人醫院籌款嘅，咁所以今次嚟講咧，我哋係將所有收入減咗開之後咧，剩餘嘅錢咧，我哋會捐咗俾病人醫院嘅。我哋今次嘅活動咧係為病人醫院籌款。
Lieutenant Commander Wong. And we respect that because